Ladies and gentlemen, we are back with the third semi-final of the day, and this time it's the sub-junior boys. It's Don Bosco Senior Secondary School taking on St. Paul's High School. We'll quickly try and introduce you to the playing 11 of these two sides. Again, two very young sides, two incredibly talented sides, and two sides of very high potential. They had to brave a boatload of odds to reach this stage, and it will be expected that while we talk about the tournament, while we focus some lights on the tournament, these two teams will probably price out an absolute masterclass. And the referee quickly having a few words with the two captains there. And here's a frame to cherish for all of them, in fact. We'll quickly try and introduce you to the playing 11 of both the teams, if we can. So again, just to give you a quick reminder, a refresher rather, it's Father Agnel AstroTurf in Mumbai. And here's the starting 11 of Don Bosco Senior Secondary School. It's Anuj Jha, Ayush Shinde, Neville Terera, Atharva Kapse, Johan Zubin, Yugal Tyagi, Siddhit Girish, Atharva Kundar, Hardik Shkundar, Chirag Veti, and Johan Pal. And now, the playing 11 of St. Paul's High School: Avnish Matkar, Rudra Patil, Manthan Vake, Archit Deshmukh, Aryan Arvantkar, Avigna Vinrekar, Gururaj Mane, Vedant Khambal, Ranveer Mali, Arnav Rahate, and Parth Musale. So just to give you a quick introduction, we have our Don Bosco Senior Secondary School in blue adorning your screens from the left to right, while bedecking your screen from the right to left, the men in orange, St. Paul's High School. And just to give you all a quick information, this is a 30-minute half contest, so that means it's a 1-hour game between two young sides. So it's St. Paul's High School who will start, or rather it's Don Bosco Senior Secondary School who will have a free kick in their favor as the ball was handled. You can see the crowd very keenly watching on the development of game. The crowd pouring in slowly and steadily. And a quick free kick was being launched in the box. However, there wasn't much success about the same, as the goalkeeper has claimed the ball for himself and will launch it downtown. And now an early run there from St. Paul's High School, trying to keep the ball in their possession, but it seems that Don Bosco has it now. And this is a fine ball. St. Paul's has a chance to unleash a shot, takes it, gets it past the defender and the goalkeeper, and eventually draws first blood. A mixture of the Calma and the Sioux celebration of Cristiano Ronaldo just unraveled ahead of us as St. Paul's High School has drawn first blood. The goalkeeper put in a full stretch drive, trying to avert the move, but he was unsuccessful, and St. Paul's High School has a 1-0 lead for themselves. Don Bosco, trailing in the game early, will now have to probably rethink their strategies and maybe start asking a few questions. Now Don Bosco on the move again, this time trying to use that wing on the left, but won't get much success. Pretty sturdily defended by the defenders of St. Paul's High School. A quick throw and taken. St. Paul still trying to dart forward from that left wing, but rather it was Don Bosco. Will not have much success here. Another quick ball now. Quickly plays it forward and sends it out. bit scrambled up there. The ball, both of them are busy in clearing their balls. Of course, St. Paul's will like to clear their defense always because they have a lead for themselves. They have this lead to protect, and they'll be hell bent to protect that. A long range effort there from Don Bosco won't really yield something impressive for them at the moment. It's the 3rd minute on the clock, and we have already seen the opener of the day. A fine finish from a one-on-one, from a 1v1 situation has allowed St. Paul's to get their noses ahead in the game. Now, a quick correction, while the goal was being talked about, there wasn't any defender in the line, so the outstretched hands of the goalkeeper was only beaten. St. Paul's once again on the rise, but this time Don Bosco keeping an alert eye. This is a chance for St. Paul's High Secondary School, or rather for St. Paul's High School. Apologies again. Don Bosco, however, keeping things in possession and probably pouring the required men forward, just hoping that if they can produce something significant. A constant tussle on the far wing, and eventually Don Bosco does manage to get the ball in their favor. The defender was a bit lethargic, and that has allowed St. Paul's to surge forward again, but it doesn't seem like they'll get much of the ball. Don Bosco still trying to find something for themselves, but it doesn't seem like they will have the final say at the moment. They'll have to clear their lines and be happy with it. But this is a good ball forward. But before Don Bosco reaches it, St. Paul's had their numbers back. Now Don Bosco has a chance. They've actually got the ball down to that far right wing. A decent piece of footwork, trying to send it across. Will he be successful? It doesn't seem like. Here's a corner in favor of Don Bosco. Can they equalize? That's $1 million question, but a set piece nonetheless. Floats it in. After a bit of a scrimmage there, the goalkeeper will lay claim to the same. However, another corner has been given actually, so they traded it for a corner. The ball's still not gone out of danger, and now comes a goal kick in favor, or rather a free kick in favor of Don Bosco actually. So after trailing for the first few minutes, they have started asking all the right questions, just hoping if they can eke out that equalizer from all this salvo. And this is a free kick here. Takes the free kick! Ooh! Drags it agonizingly wide there. Almost on the brink of restoring parity. But St. Paul's High School will consider themselves fortunate here. The goalkeeper stayed rooted to the spot. There wasn't much that he could have done anyway. There's a player down, so a foul has been given in favor of Don Bosco. It's good to see that he's back on his feet. A free kick now in favor of Don Bosco. Can they make it count? Chips it towards the box, but definitely out of the bounds. And not headed goal bound either. So at the end of the day, it's 1-0 now in favor of St. Paul's High School. The ball's again gone out of play. It's a free kick now being awarded to Don Bosco, a higher secondary school. They are desperately scrambling for that equalizer. But then St. Paul will be hopeful that another chance probably comes their way. Because Don Bosco has pretty firmly dictated the half ever since that goal has happened. Another chance. The goalkeeper comes out and comfortably lays claim. It initially felt that the ball has just spilled out, but it didn't. A chance here for St. Paul's, but they were unable to steal it, or rather steer it into the back of the net. Out of nowhere, against the tide of the play, St. Paul's came close again, hoping to probably make it 2-0 in their favour and deal a crucial blow to the aspirations of Don Bosco. St. Paul's has the ball in their favour now. Sends it goal bound. There was a player who darted forward from the back, only if he could have controlled the ball. However, the flag actually went up, so any which ways, even if he would have steered it home, he would have had to wait. So it seems that the goalkeeper is again laid claim to the ball. Bit of a backpedaling, and then collecting the ball comfortably. Launches it forward, and now before St. Paul's could have laid claim to the same, it was cleared away by the goalkeeper. Don Bosco right now doing all the talking, keeping the possession in their favour, from the goalkeeper to their strikers. It's been entirely Don Bosco ever since that goal has been scored. The goalkeeper is doing a lot of running. Now what that ensures is that the goal is left open. So by chance, if St. Paul's can manage to send another goal-bound move, it can be some serious trouble for the men in blue. There's a goal kick now in favour of Don Bosco. Oh, that was a pretty decent effort. Kind of a back heel, an elevated back heel to control the ball. It's very rarely seen in football because it's not a move that could be very easily mastered. And he sends the ball forward, chance again, but denied by Don Bosco here. The game still remains in the midfield, it's lingering around. Honestly, the success rate so far for both the sides to turn something significant from that midfield, except that opening goal, has been pretty much on the lower sides. St. Paul's sent a ball forward, just hoping that the player at the far right probably could have reached there in time and priced out something significant. Now, while we say this, we would like to bring this to you or request you kindly to like, share, and subscribe to the official YouTube channel of Reliance Foundation Youth Sports, for it gives us the encouragement to actually bring, or rather, to bring you the live scenes from this incredible games of the India's youth, duking it out for their respective schools and colleges. They tries to keep forward, they tries to keep on driving forward and does a pretty decent job of keeping the ball in their control. But it seems that St. Paul's won't have much say in that because Don Bosco is relentless in their attack. Now this is a fine run from St. Paul's, but the defense of Don Bosco ensuring that no harm is done. They've come pretty close. Oh, this was a shot on target almost for St. Paul's, but it was taken from quite a range and the defenders were well in place. And it seems that the ball's still not gone out of danger. Don Bosco has some clearing to do. Oh, I guess a shot, a very feeble shot at the end of the day, but eventually the player who was waiting out there, I guess the fact that he took the shot actually alleviated the fears or alleviated the potential menace that the ball could have posed. We are already up to the 16th minutes of the contest. So again, let us remind you that this is a 30-minute half between the sub-junior boys. So both these sides will like to showcase their talent, their majestic talent at full swing during this 30 minutes. As far as the game, Don Bosco has done a pretty decent job of attacking, despite the fact that the lead has stayed with St. Paul's High School. Don Bosco has actually pulled off all the right possible dominoes to create this a rippling effect, or rather to create the rippling effect currently as the attacks keep on pouring in. It's a throw in now in favor of St. Paul's. Don Bosco will wait for them to arrive. Quickly takes one. Don Bosco just trying to clear whatsoever danger lurks on the horizon. This is a chance for St. Paul's again to break free, but they won't be able to take it because Don Bosco stays alert, Don Bosco stays vigilant, and Don Bosco stays resolute. The game is again restarted and it continues. We are almost headed towards the final 10 minutes of the first half, and the things continue to be the same as it is. St. Paul's Higher Secondary School will definitely go into that first half leading with that solitary strike. A long range effort this time from St. Paul's went in vain as it sailed out of, or rather sailed over the woodwork. The game has been played after the first 10 minutes that seemed pretty exciting and that seemed where both teams will be heading it out or rather ripping each other apart in search of a goal has gone down pretty, has ebbed away. The steam that was expected to be there has somehow lost its way, and now both sides pretty desperately keeps on defending, with St. Paul's being on the receiving end of more heat than they have forged. Now this is a free kick for, or rather this is a throw-in for St. Paul's Higher Secondary School. Again, apologies, actually it's a corner, so a chance for them to probably unleash another effort on goal and probably find if they can score that insurance finish. Floats that in the box, evades everyone, and will eventually go to the Don Bosco defender. Pretty decent work there from the Don Bosco defender. Takes a dribble and it's a free kick now in their favour. Quickly takes a free kick. And Don Bosco has actually won it back, but St. Paul's does a decent job of stalling the effort until the required numbers were sent back in their own half. A bit of a jumbled effort there, and the referee quickly blowing the whistle, just ensuring that play goes on at its normal speed. Now quickly sends it forward. It doesn't seem like that they will have much, or rather we will have much action ahead of that first half. But again, at the end of the day, it's football and things can change in the flash of a heartbeat. Players quickly getting back on their feet. The ball still remains with St. Paul's. Pretty decent job there by Don Bosco to clear away. Another opportunity. Oh, he had to pull off a save. The danger is not over because St. Paul's has actually got the ball back in their favour. Shot comes in and it's in the back of the net. It's 2-0 for St. Paul's High Secondary School. They were dawdling around in the defence, not really aware that St. Paul's kept coming closer and closer, and just when it felt that they have actually had the ball out of the danger zone, St. Paul's ensured that they have the players required to push the goalkeeper further and price out that all-important insurance goal. Don Bosco will now have a mountain to climb, and they are nowhere close. The goalkeeper should have cleared it at the first go itself. He took a bit longer and paid the price. And in fact, paid the price very dearly, to be honest. Seems that St. Paul's still wants to come at it before the half time. They want to secure a 3-0 lead, to be precise. And while they keep on coming forward, while they keep on pushing, they'll have a corner for themselves. The corner was taken quickly. Another shooting opportunity. The ball still not gone out of the danger, but Don Bosco goalkeeper will come out of his position and eventually collect it. Now Don Bosco, they have asked all the right questions, but the problem is they have failed to find the back of the net, and that is exactly how they have paid the price. They have knocked on the doors for sure, but they haven't managed to find the back of the net. And now St. Paul's puts in another throw in the opposition half. We are almost about to enter the final minute of the contest now. St. Paul still has the throw in their favor. However, this time the ball was not really exactly in that place where they would have wanted. And it's a goal kick in favor of Don Bosco at the moment. Takes it. And eventually Don Bosco will win a free kick here. Takes a free kick quickly. But it doesn't seem like that it will help their cause by any means. A goal kick now in favor of St. Paul's. They have 2 goals to good at the moment. And the goalkeeper at the other end as well, putting in a quick save, averting any further downfall of their castle. They've already conceded 2 goals. They'll have a boatload of tasks to perform while they come back for the second half. And the referee has blown the whistle for the half time. As things stand, it's St. Paul's High School who has a 2-0 lead over Don Bosco Senior Secondary School. Do not go anywhere, we'll shortly return for the second half.
काय जागा आहे भरपूर आहे.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we are back with the second half of the contest between these two teams duking it out in the semi-final, and it is the Don Bosco Senior Secondary School in left who will be taking the screen from the right to the left this time, and this man in orange, that's St. Paul's High School, who currently also has a two-goal lead that they will be desperate to protect. And this time it's St. Paul's who kickstarts proceedings. Don Bosco with the ball, however. A free kick now being awarded to Don Bosco Secondary School, Higher Secondary School. We're aware of the fact that how dangerous can Don Bosco be. It's time for the corner to be floated in. They're all set for the corner. They've just witnessed the first 90 seconds of the second half, and we already have a set piece. The corner floated in there to Don Bosco, but not a pretty decent corner, even though they'll have the ball in their favor. And now it has been snatched away by St. Paul's. But they won't be able to put this to good use. This is a chance here. St. Paul's once again knocking on the door. Don Bosco will have to showcase their talent in defending, and they do it. They do it in a pretty resolute manner. There's a great chance again. They did try to get the ball in their favor. Oh, another piece of defensive howler. Shot comes floating in, and it's found the back of the net as well. Celebrations again for St. Paul's. Should have been defended better. The goalkeeper had too much to do this time, and eventually concedes the prize because he fails to keep it at bay. It's 2-0 now in favor of, or rather it's 3-0 now in favor of St. Paul's High School. And it seems that Don Bosco is coming apart at the seams. Just a few moments back, the Don Bosco girls had to suffer a defeat in another semi-final, and now the Don Bosco sub-junior boys, they haven't savoured much advantage either. They haven't savoured much joy. After the salvo in the first half, for a somewhat brief period of 10 to 15 minutes, it seems that St. Paul's conveniently dictates the proceedings now. They have a 3-0 lead for themselves as well, a pretty healthy lead. And they have the required numbers in their arsenal that can change the equation. Ladies and gentlemen, sorry for the same. There was a bit of glitch that needed to be taken care of. And now it's time for a corner to be taken. A corner here. Comes in. Oh, it is a phenomenal save at the end of the day, and eventually the ball still doesn't roll into the back of the net. Again, ball isn't being played properly and it goes out of play. The ball's still not gone out of play. Another chance for St. Paul's. There, takes the shot and deflected just off the goal. And it seems that the ball's still pinballing in the opposition half. Don Bosco is having a hard time to keep St. Paul's at bay. St. Paul's is coming in waves at the moment. And the ball rolls out of play again. It's now going to be a throw in here. Quick kick now, just changing the sides. A long chase here for St. Paul's Higher Secondary School. And the ball rolls back into the arms of the goalkeeper. It seems that the danger carries on and the referee blows his whistle. A bit of a high boot involved, and that's most likely why the was brought down. It's a free kick for St. Paul's. They're urging their players to rise up. Whips that in. An opportunity. Heads and a crucial save. And the ball goes out of play. It felt that the ball would probably knock into the back of the net. But very, very fortunate there. So the ball's again rolled out of play, and there will be further action coming up. There's a player down, and the medico has once again been summoned over. Now the free kick. Now we are headed towards the final 15 minutes of the game, and as things stand, it's still 3-0 in favor of St. Paul's. They have comfortably taken the lead, and they keep on driving forward. A corner here for Don Bosco. Can this corner herald the beginning of something new? Only time will say. Quickly sends it. And as we say this, we would like to inform you that this contest is brought to you live by the official YouTube channel of Reliance Foundation Youth Sports. So it's an honest request from our end to kindly like, share and subscribe as a chance hits the woodwork and eventually sails over. And this is the chance for Don Bosco. They kept on coming close, but I don't think they will have much luck here. They'll have to push, they'll have to believe. 15 minutes remaining on the clock. So they'll have to knock on the doors faster than ever. They'll have to price out something significant faster than ever. Don Bosco just looking for some shooting space. Again, a bit of a push and eventually loses out on the ball. It's going to be a free kick now in favor of Don Bosco High Secondary School. Floats that in, not well cleared. The ball still remains in the danger zone, keeps on knocking on the doors. Another chance for Don Bosco, but it will go down to the central channel. And now St. Paul's has a chance to break. On the chase already, but the ball has been comfortably sent there. And a long range effort with the goalkeeper off his post. Very nicely spotted. Almost found the back of the net, but the ball sailing inches over the woodwork. Quick pass now being played. Sent forward again. And now a dart down that right wing by Don Bosco. Can they get that opener at least? Because one goal can change can change the confidence, can change the entire mindset of a team, and that is what is needed. That mindset needs to be changed. They have to start believing that they can. Ball eventually rolls out of play. Not much luck here. Now this can be a chance for St. Paul's to compound their lead, but the goalkeeper of Don Bosco was right on his spot, ensuring that no harm befalls them. And quickly curls it forward. Incessant knocks on the door. Again chips it, but has it clear by Don Bosco and sent into the safe arms of the goalkeeper. The ball still remains in control of St. Paul's now. However, Don Bosco comes knocking on the doors again. And the danger has been cleared. We are in the final 8 minutes of the contest, and the ball most likely got a whiff of the hand of the player there. And yes, the free kick was awarded. They'll have to come up with a different chance. And this is a short chance for St. Paul's again to take the lead. To make it 4-0 actually. Sends it floating in, but it goes out of play. So no harm done here. St. Paul still keeps on coming at them, and that is exactly what matters. And it's eventually rolled out of play. So a goal kick now in favor of Don Bosco. Another chance here. The goalkeeper quickly comes out of his line, taking cue from his defender, ensures that no harm was done. Again takes a long range effort. This time straight in the arms of the goalkeeper. Almost ended up spilling it. We are down to the final 5 minutes of the contest, and as things stand, it obviously will be St. Paul's Higher Secondary School to walk away with the bragging rights, unless some or rather, some thrilling miracle takes the mantle. The referee quickly giving away a free kick now. Free kick in favor of Don Bosco. Again, a Sassel on the sides there. Desperate attempt from Don Bosco to win the ball, but it seems that St. Paul's has actually got the ball in their favor. And this is going to be one hell of a contest when it comes to winning the possession of the ball. Chance again, but no harm done. It's going to be a goal kick now in favor of Don Bosco. Or rather, the play has started, and Don Bosco does a pretty decent job of dribbling his way past a string of defenders. Don Bosco trying to make an infringement, but then will be cut short by St. Paul's Higher Secondary School. Takes a throw. Doesn't get much help here. And now St. Paul's. Oh, that was a quite a tackle there from Don Bosco, but not much help. We are now down to the final few seconds of the game. We're almost on the brink of the third semi-final, coming to a close here. St. Paul's launches another free kick in the opposition half. And they have found the back of the net again. We didn't really have a clear view, but just while we were talking, it seems that the launch that happened evaded the arms of the goalkeeper and imbricated itself into the back of the net. It's 4-0 for St. Paul's High School now. And it seems that Don Bosco will have a lot of talking to do. Once they get back to the dressing room. But definitely at the end of the day, what matters is that you learn from your mistakes. A few mistakes were made, and hence it got difficult. And that's the full-time whistle. St. Paul's High School walking away with the bragging rights against Don Bosco Senior Secondary School at the end of the third semi-final of the day. That's all from the third semi-final, ladies and gentlemen. Do not go anywhere, for we have number 4, the number 4 game coming up very shortly. Stay tuned, stay posted.
बंद करूँगी ऐसे चालूच राहू दे.